ranking the top 10 running backs in the NFL through the first half of the season. At number 10, we have Alvin Kamara. He turns 30 this year, but is still one of the best receiving backs in the NFL and is not the reason the Saints have crumbled this year. At number 9, we have Joe Mixon. Now, he's missed 3 games this year, so that's part of the reason why I can't put him too much higher on this list. But the Texans have looked like a better team when this guy is on the field, so he has to be in the top 10. At number 8, we have Bijan Robinson. Now, Bijan's had a weird year this year because he's splitting up a lot of his carries with Algier. Stat-wise, I mean, he's not having the best season, but he still has that explosiveness that we've always known him to have. And I do expect the Falcons to give him the greater load as the season gets further in. At number 7, we have David Montgomery. Now, both the running backs for the Lions are pretty hard to rank because they're both just having great seasons. Reminds me a lot of the Saints when they had Kamara and Ingram both popping off. But as individuals, they absolutely hold their own and will be quality starters on most other NFL teams. And for Montgomery specifically, he's been that great power back that has also been utilized a lot in the passing game. At number 6, we have Aaron Jones. I don't see a lot of people talk about Jones when it comes to the Vikings, but he has been lethal this year. Has some of the best vision of any back in the league, has some great hands, and also sets up a lot of things in the play action. At number 5, we have Josh Jacobs. Last year was a rough year for Josh Jacobs, but he really emerged himself coming to Green Bay. The Packers have still been leaning off of that play action that they led off with Aaron Jones, and Jacobs has fit into that absolutely perfectly. At number 4, we have Jahmyr Gibbs. It is rare you have 2 top 10 running backs on the same team, but that is just what these Lions have. Montgomery is playing great, but it is ridiculous that Gibbs is top 6 in rushing while splitting carries. And if Gibbs was on almost any other team, he would probably be top 3 in rushing. At number 3, we have Chuba Hubbard. It is rare that you have a running back that is on a very weak roster continue to have great games. Like, this guy has 800 yards on the Panthers. What would he have on the Chiefs? At number 2, we have Saquon. In my opinion, he is the most athletic player that we have in the league right now. The plays that this guy makes game in and game out is crazy. And side note, I think that there's a pretty big gap between the top 2 running backs and the rest of the league. But I mean, at number 1, it just is Derrick Henry.